Hello, hello, hello. I am your androgynous android game show host from the future, Caster. Hey, how is it going? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. I have just noticed that there is a tiny spider atop of my webcam. I'm gonna go remove that. Give me a second. I'm like, hi everyone, looking into the camera, and oh look, a friend. A friend. Hey, friend. Gosh. Okay. There you go, friend. I will... Windows just here. I will put you outside. Okay. Right. Sorry about that. It seems that either man and beast come to check us out on the Neoncaster Twitch channel today. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you are having a fantastic evening. We're doing well over here. Things have been going quite smoothly. You might have been catching my operator Nathan streaming this weekend some miniature kit bashing, building tabletop RPG miniatures from various sundry bits and pieces. That was a lot of fun to do. And finished that recently as well, which was really, really exciting. It's definitely got him more excited to do more of that kind of thing. Maybe more of that kind of thing on stream. We'll see. But what else has been going on today before we go into the fine world of early 2000s video games? I have been listening to a ton of the One Step from Eden soundtrack today, which kind of caught me a bit by surprise. Like, it's a game that I'm aware of. It's been around A for a fair bit, and B, I'm a huge fan of Mega Man Battle Network. So when they were kind of like, this is a game inspired by Mega Man Battle Network, I'm like, oh, real shit? Ooh. But it's also predicated on being intentionally really difficult, which is not my jam. The reasons why I liked the Battle Network video games is very much based on the kind of like deck building self-expression and the world building it does, right? So One Step of Eden being a roguelike, a randomized kind of thing where I don't get control over my deck building, and as I understand, no 20 minutes in the future cyberpunk lore to speak of. I'm like, I don't know if this game is for me. But the soundtrack is so peak Fantasy Star Online in terms of how it's composed. It's really well made, and that kind of captured my imagination a fair bit. It's probably going to manifest in a tabletop RPG session at some point in the future, but it does make me want to actually have a go. It might be having a go off air to see if it's something that I can even if I could actually even play in front of other people without horrendously embarrassing myself. But it might be something that we will do on air in the future. Excuse me 1 second. My model is having a bit of a time. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna go vanish into the ether. Whoop. Okay, let's go do this. Okay, that should be good. And that is working as intended. Okay, right. Okay, right. Model updated. Video game ready. Let us play. Let's return to a video game. Return to a video game. Okay, there we go. Oh, please. Hey. Freezing is bad. Okay. Sweating for a second there, but we're all right. So, yeah, last time we were wandering around a dream river that was overflowing with water. The water was rushing so fiercely, it was blocking nearby stream areas. So what we ended up having to do was go and explore what was up, and it turned out that there was a giant thunder fish that was causing the hazard. And so we slapped it with a boat oar so hard we decapitated it. And upon returning, a bunch of Imperial soldiers have seized this fishing village to try and weed out some people. Those people might be us, but let's not talk to them about that. Yeah, that's where we were at. It's a little quiet in my ears, but that should be fine for audio levels. Please do let me know if the audio levels need additional wiggling, but we should be okay. Ooh, can't go this way either. Stop wondering. Well, I mean, we don't live here. We've traveled here to go and chase down a mainline Imperial soldier. This is probably not where we're supposed to be staying. I think we're supposed to be staying at the inn or whatever. So we don't actually have a home at all. We can rest for free. Nice. I did wonder about that, actually, because there are some JRPGs of this age where going to the inn to rest is certainly not free. Where should I be going, honestly? Oh? Statue of a sea bream. Okay. Oh yeah, the bar is over here. That's right.
What on earth is happening here, Rebelus?
Yes. The voice acting that sounds like is being recorded inside a tin can. Although the acting itself is actually pretty solid.
Don't know. They just came out of nowhere.
Are they after us?
That can't be. Why would they go to such lengths just to catch the two of us?
Wait a minute. You're wanted by the Empire?
Oh, he clearly said that too loud.
Well, we're just, you know.
Never mind. I suppose it's better not to know. Besides, they can't be looking for you. What makes you say that? Some of us saw another squadron of soldiers flying towards the castle. It looked much larger than the squadron we have here. Whatever they're looking for, it must be at the castle.
Which is where I am sure we will be going in this story arc for today.
I have a bad feeling about this. What sort of trouble could they be trying to start?
It's already started. Geldablame's ambitions are ravaging the world.
Anyway, I'm going to the castle.
Yep.
Shella, you're coming too, right?
Of course. Let's hurry.
I mean, last session,
Hold on there.
our hero Callas was just kind of like, you can't change the world, you're just one girl, and I am but one boy. But it seems that he's already pretty enthusiastic about the heroics.
Don't feel like losing sleep over what happens to you two.
But
No buts about it. I promised to take you to the castle, remember? Besides, I'm itching to find out what the Empire's up to. Getting there might be a problem, though. They're watching the harbor. It won't be easy getting to my boat.
We'll walk then. Now that the Lesser Celestial River has calmed down, the road to the castle should be open.
True. But how do you plan on leaving the village? They've got the exits guarded. They won't exactly usher us out with a smile and a handshake, you know.
Okay.
Waddle back.
Well, we have to do additional sneaking, I'm sure.
There's a secret passage somewhere in this bar that'll take you out of the village.
So that's 2 for 2 of areas that have secret passages that get us to the next area, huh?
They dug it for emergencies. She never told me exactly where the entrance is, though. You'll have to ask her yourself. Where is Anna, anyway?
Oh yes, the bartender is not there.
You see, I kinda lost track of her. Kinda lost track of her? So much for counting on you to look after her, huh? Sorry. Never mind. Let's go find her. Callus, Shella, you two come with me.
Alright. Let's push on to the next point of our adventure. I wonder if anybody knows where the bartender went. Some warehouse that was just before you got back. Now no one can leave the village, so all they do is drink. I guess just reaching behind the bar and just stealing drafts of ale. Alright, let's see if we can find where she went. Do you know? You do not. Okay. Let's see. Maybe if I try and actually leave the village, I get stopped. And that is plot progression. Oh, they'll just threaten to shoot me. That's fine. Okay, so there's a limited number of places she can be. Maybe it is actually in this little room to the side. It's not here. Okay. Maybe she is with the fortune teller. Although we did pop our head in to see the fortune teller earlier, and she wasn't there. But you know, when it comes to plot flags in JRPGs of characters appearing and disappearing as needed, maybe the fortune teller even knows. She does not know. Okay. Ah, there we go. Hey you, why are you yelling at a little kid? Hey, let go of her, you're hurting her. You inferior natives. You're not allowed to cross us. You won't get away with this. Yeah, whatever. Show me what you got. And the people of Diadem never give up without a fight. You wench. If we weren't under orders to keep hands off civilians, I'd make short work of you. And even if you kill me, you Imperials will never take the hearts and minds of our people. Get it? You'll have a different way of seeing things soon enough. You'll regret you ever said that. Inside, let's go.
Hey, it's you two. And Gibari.
You okay, Anna? They didn't hurt you or anything, did they?
I'm just fine. I just came over here to pick up some booze. We were running low. Why would I be hurt?
Okay,
Well,
as long as she ain't
shouting, so...
Oh, it's nothing. Those Imperial soldiers are so arrogant. I just had a little talk with them. No big deal. What happened to you guys? Couldn't get to the castle?
Nope. When we came back from the river, this place was crawling with soldiers. They won't let us leave the village.
We heard there's a secret passage in the pub, so we wanted to find you and ask about it.
I see. If that's what you need, I'm the one to help you.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
No problem.
I don't know if the mic is picking this up, but there are multiple dogs going absolutely ham outside in the distance.
I'll go back and open it up for you. Meet me back at the pub when you're ready to leave, okay?
Got it.
Well, it's not like there's anything else we especially need to do here. Okay, nothing important to do in there. We're just gonna roll back and go into the secret passage inside the bar. All right. Let's get sneaking.
Here's the entrance.
Thanks, Anna. Reblis, watch over the village, okay?
Relax, Kibari. We'll manage here. I'm more worried about what's going on at the city.
Be careful.
Peace. We're not gonna jump down. Boo. And we are here once again. But this time we've leveled up a whole bunch. We have a bunch of new cards, so hopefully this will go a lot smoother.
We can do this if we work together.
To remind how this works, you combo attacks by chaining up to, currently, I think, 3 cards in a row. We can go... and the numbers in the corners of the cards matter. If you have pairings of cards, then you can chain them together. So, for example, 6, 5, and 4. And then, depending on the order of the cards that you've placed down, how long the chain is, and the elements of which that you've used in the combo, you will deal damage with modifiers. So you can really, really rack up the damage if you're using skills that your enemy is weak to and doesn't guard, and are in a sequential order or are all the same number. Seven, 5, 3. Oh yes, I can do 4 attacks with Callus now.
Pretty pathetic.
We get some milk.
Time to party.
Okay, 3 enemies, that's fine. Let's see here. 1 into 2. Nah, we didn't get a 3, but that's okay.
Fire first! Fire first! Dark flare!
I probably didn't need to use all those cards in that combo. We didn't need to go that ham, but it's okay.
Harder! Harder!
Okay, fine. Just gonna use the poison breath effect. Oh, that's a lot of damage though. 4. Oh, fine. Gibari does not have the same kind of power output as the other two members of our team yet. Did I heal the wrong person? I did heal the wrong person. God damn it.
Here. This'll help.
But using the antidote item while defensively also cleared my poisoning, so that's good.
Is that all? Is that all?
Annoying. Go away! Let's see here. We should probably heal Shella. We can probably use this to start a combo, right? Right.
Use this. Shut you up now. Destructive dragon uppercut.
Not enough to kill. Okay. That should probably kill without me needing to go, and yeah, there we go. Nothing. My hand is full of defensive effects. They are really bullying the person who's already taken the most damage, huh? 4, 4, and 4. I quite like the special effect. Slap.
That was a pretty sweet.
Take some milk, please. We are also gonna go and change. I think. Yeah. There's a moldy banana in this deck, so we're gonna switch out the fresh one. Now cross the river. Ooh, there are lots of new enemies here.
Sorry, hope this doesn't hurt too much.
Let's just go for 6 and 6. Oh.
Fire first! Fire first!
Oh yeah, because she can change 4 cards, so I could have probably kept going, but that's okay. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3.
This mighty sword blow forth like the wind. Style. Blue storm.
It tells me to the top middle right how many cards can be maximum in the chain, so I really should keep an eye on that. Oh, cucumbers. That's a new card. Oh, these are very different areas. Okay. Let me then wander back this way and go investigate that interesting looking machine. Well, definitely dodging all of these enemies. A bit longer, we could use it as a bridge. They do not have any clouds captured. I didn't realize I could capture a cloud inside a Magnus. Cloud reeling machine, it gathers clouds. Okay, let's switch it on. Ah! Okay, let us... this to throw away? No. I will work out what is the correct. Yeah, we can get rid of the salt water. We're gonna absorb the essence of the cloud. And we're gonna, first of all, put this bridge back in. Nice, 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 looking good. And then we're gonna go back and take some more. We're really greedy today. We're just gonna be taking all this cloud like candy floss. Absolutely, my friend. What a strange machine that can gather clouds, huh? I'm sure there are plenty of, like, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius people that wish they could gather cloud on command. Oh, I cannot... Ah, damn it. Okay.
We can do this if we work
That was three
together.
of them too. Annoying. Let's see here. Five into 5. I mean,
You're pretty ugly. You know that?
I love that you can use a taunt card as like a chaining option. Although it would be considerably better if that chained card could actually, you know, have multiple numbers on it. I do not have 5, but that's okay. There should still be enough to kill the middle target.
Sword style. Shadow.
Perish. Just poisoning my entire team because they are rude lads. Oh, I actually have an escape in my hand. I might use that because I cannot be fucked to fight these guys. Later. The fact that the only way to run from combat is to, if you're lucky, pull a card that lets you escape is very mean. Very mean. There is no way of guaranteeing you will pull that card when you need it. Cygnus. Down with the Cygnus. Burst 2, okay. Let's go for this asshole, or can I juke him? Oh, Jukes? Nope.
Watch out! Here I come.
That hitbox was nowhere near them. Awful. Let's see, okay. 5 into 5 into 3.
Yeah! Come and get me.
Nothing useful.
Aqua burst.
Just throw poison, unripe bananas at an enemy to deal extra damage. Just keep piling that damage on.
Like a wind. Sword style. Blue storm.
Okay, excellent. And then it's going to be a defensive turn. Oh man, seriously?
Is that all?
I absolutely managed to play a card before that attacked. That's unfair.
Is that all?
I am, however, doing something unwise in that there are elemental opposites in this game. Light and dark, fire and water, and wind and Chronos. As you can see here, I played 2 defensive items of opposing elements, so they subtract from each other. So I ended up taking that full 30 fire damage because I cancelled out the water blocking I did with a fire block, which was ill-advised, but that is fine. Even though we leveled up, fighting these guys is still really annoying.
Don't underestimate me. Magic! Dance of light!
Not removed from combat, annoyingly. Alright, fine.
I want to take a nap. Say cheeseburger.
Just cycling through my deck for any options enough to kill it. Okay, excellent. Too slow. Alright, Gabari. Ooh, Charlotte's taking actually a pretty decent amount of damage at this point. Do I have anything to heal her? No, I don't. Okay. I can clear the poison though. Ah! It didn't work! There is a percentage chance that those things clear poison. This is not guaranteed. We're just gonna have to hope.
This'll help. Harder.
Alright. Bari's taking some damage though. Does it clear the poison? It does! Nice. Excellent. We're all looking in slightly better state now. I just have nothing I can use. Annoying. Alright, Gabari. Take it on home. Excellently done. Sorry. Okay. Enemy defeated. Let's move on. We're gonna take more. This is looking like progress, but we'll see. At the very least, if we save here, then we have the option of backing out if it's something we shouldn't be doing. Oh? Is this the end of the line? Okay. Well, at least we found a save point, even if it is in a kind of inconvenient place. Can I go up to the left-hand side from the bottom here? Oh, I can. Ooh. An enemy approaches a tank. A very unusual looking tank. We don't get unique jams either.
Whoa! What is that thing?
It's an iron needle from the Imperial Mobile Forces.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they even sent these out here. This nation will be torn to bits.
Hey! good evening, Crime Cryptid. How's it going? How's it going? I'm doing well. I hope you're also. Hope you are also. We are about to go and fight a tank that looks like a beetle.
They won't get too far if I can help them. I'll make them wish they'd never set foot on my turf.
Wow, I cannot hear you over the sound of this incredibly loud wind sound effect. About to fight a tank that's a beetle. You see him? Weird cloud beetle tank. For fire into... Okay. Do we get another one? We don't. Let's hope that this thing is weak to fire. Otherwise, we are spec'd wrong. It's resistant to fire. Great. It's weak to light, though. Let's see here. We're going to hit it. We're going to take its photograph, then throw a sword at it, then taunt it, then combo finish it.
Is that the best you can do?
I still love that taunting an enemy counts as a combo piece. Two cards, two pairs gives us a damage bonus. It's going to spend its turn buffing itself up. Let's see here. 4 into 5? Into 5, I guess. Yeah. Still, solid damage. It's weak to water. It's also weak to light, it said, so let's do a bunch of light damage. A solid hit. We are going to go and heal Gibari. And do nothing else. Have some honey, friend. I love the fact that I managed to do an actual kind of chained blocking of 2 through 6. Very good. I blocked a lot of that, although I don't have any light armor, so that dark damage is kind of a little difficult to handle. I have items being picked up from my house to donate to British Heart Foundation, but they don't take bed frames unless they're taken apart, so to try and figure and take part. A double bed ottoman by myself. Ooh! That definitely sounds like a lot of hard work. Oh yes, because you're in the process of moving, so you don't need those bits and pieces anymore. I getcha. I didn't realize you could have house visits for collection of items, though. I didn't realize the British Heart Foundation did that. That makes a lot of sense, because you can buy furniture from the British Heart Foundation. Very smart. Let's take this opportunity to cure Shella of her poison.
Use this. It's all yours.
So is all the moving house bits and pieces going well? They do, and tech like fridges as well, I see. Oh, this is a new special we haven't seen yet. One big hit, I see. A lot of wind damage. And this hit's turn to attack. I was just gonna buff its own attack, fine. It's not bad. Once you get this stuff taken, you'll have space to bring the rest of the stuff in the old place. Makes sense to me. Gosh, I'm just carrying all these defensive items, waiting for it to attack me. Let's heal Callus, since Callus is damaged.
Here you go. Here you go.
Well, I blocked all of those attacks with 5s and 6s. That still did a lot of damage though. 157 is a lot. Ow. Oh, Gibari's running out of cards. Give me a second. It was probably good I didn't have everything moving at once since I had to get the boiler replaced and some of the electrics. Oh yeah. The movement process of having to slowly shift bits and pieces around over time. Previous owner did a lot of electrical DIY without knowing what they were doing. Oh, dangerous. Danger? Hopefully they didn't move out because they'd electrocuted themselves. Okay, we have a set of attacks. It is weak to water, so hopefully that will be a... I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that sounds like it was pretty bad. You gonna charge? Yeah, okay. You basically only attack every other turn, but for a large amount of damage, huh? How goes life for Caster? Caster's life is going pretty well. We've been working hard, doing lots of miniature design and painting stuff as of late, which has been a lot of fun. I countered the water damage I did with a fire attack, and very smart. It's a very inefficient move. Yeah, it's... let's heal Shella. Yeah, that was a smart move.
Here.
Oh.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, all 8s and 5s. Ugh. We don't have any way of blocking that dark damage, which is very concerning. There's nothing we can do. Bad. Okay. Just anything here. Nothing. 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 So, if you are... Oh, it's spending its turn shuffling the deck. Amazing. We still draw dead, though. Three into 5?
Give me a break. Is that the best you can do?
Not super great. Non-elemental damage is something. Blocked most of it, though. Yeah. It's gonna do... Oh, it's not gonna do the full chain of attacks. But enough to deal 127 damage. All 4s. Gibari's deck is not very good yet. But he is definitely the physically strongest member of our team, so he's not completely useless. Let's go for damage.
Use this. Fire burst.
Seems to be on its last legs, but 7 to 6. Do I get a 5? I don't get it. It's the one attack, but not very much damage. And it charges, but then it gives me another full round to be able to do a counter-attack, and hopefully this becomes something. 4-3-2, that's a chain. Please tell me you're dead now. Good. Go away. Ugh. We have defeated the beetle. Defeatle. Oh, what's this? Ah, yes, this levels up Gibari, which we need. The defeatle the Teetle. Tank Beetle Teetle. Yes, yes, yes.
To think I'd be facing an Imperial Beetle. These guys don't mess around.
I hear you.
But yeah, I found the combat system of this game really, really interesting. Considering how popular deck building video games, deck builder RPGs are now, I think this
We're almost there.
does so many things that people who might be into Slay the Spire and the like would find really interesting. This early stage in the game, you know, where we're only like less than 10 hours in, there's a lot of bits and pieces. Oh, so we can go back to the river area, which we've already defeated, but we can also go now up to the castle. This early area of the game, we have pretty limited resources in what we can do. But I definitely think that as you get more party members and you get more cards and more options, you can start building some really interesting stuff. And that castle is on fire. This really is an Imperial siege, huh? That's bad. That's bad. No good. I wonder if these guards will aggro on sight because I'm not supposed to be around from around here.
You there, get back inside. Stay indoors if you value your hides.
Well, that was the voice acting I was giving the Imperial soldiers, so that tracks.
I find that hard to believe. King Radicon plotting a surprise attack against the Empire?
Oh, backlog of Skyjacks. The last 8 eps or so. I hope you've been enjoying Campaign Skyjacks. I think you might have mentioned that you're a... No. You joined the channel via Skyjacks, right? You found that I was doing this kind of thing via the show. It always delights me, even though I know that obviously people listen to the show. It always gives me a nice little bit of delight every time somebody says that they listen to Skyjacks. It makes me really happy. And this arc is really, really exciting. There's lots of different plot threads interweaving together all at once. Meaning that it's a lot of content that I didn't actually hear because it was recorded while I wasn't present in the call. So I get to be really excited about plot revelations at the same time as everybody else. It's really cool.
There must be some mistake.
But also we have Lyude, best boy, as said in the video title.
The king doesn't want Diadem to go to war. You have my word, sire.
I don't recall asking for your opinion, boy. I am acting under a direct order from the Emperor. An order I am quite sure you are in no position to challenge. Don't tell me you still believe that nonsense about the infidels being equal to the Empire's chosen elite?
Oh, sadly,
Have you forgotten why you were exiled to this godforsaken land, Ambassador? One would think foolishness would have its limits. Either way, your opinion is irrelevant. Just do what you're told and stay out of the way, unless you're asking for more than just another exile.
Lyude got told. He's just trying to wish for a better future.
Accusation. King Ladakon must be a hindrance to the Emperor's plans.
Or am I wagering with Travis about gambling? Yes.
The Emperor is trying to draw
That continues to pay off in bits and pieces that have been recorded, but you haven't been able to hear yet. We are actually quite far ahead of what is under current release. And oh my god, there are many very exciting things that are happening in the near future. Please stay tuned.
What could they be after?
The sealed power of an ancient god.
What? Are you serious?
I came to warn your king, but it's too late now.
Whatever. That guy in there, Lyude, was it? He doesn't seem too bright, does he? The kids like him won't live to see their 20s.
Another thing about this game, the main character Kalas, huge asshole. Kind of unnecessarily so. He's just really judgmental about other people for no reason.
Is that you, Gibari?
Oh, the discussions about Dune and Oscar Isaac. Yeah. I mean, Oscar Isaac is a snack.
Please do something. You must save the king. If anyone, you're the one who can do it.
Oof, voice acting.
All right. I'm on my way. Just tone it down, will ya? Is he okay?
Yes. Thank God.
Still sad there's no more Moon Knight tomorrow. I have not found the time to watch any episodes of that show, and I really want to. Apparently it doesn't necessarily stick the landing as far as I'm told, but that's with somebody who's not seen any episodes and just heard snippets through, you know, general nerd internet. But it seems really interesting as a premise, and it's actually, I don't know, I guess a lot of Marvel's MCU ideas has been hitting the more obscure Marvel characters to kind of make TV franchises out of them in the hope that they stick in the same way that they did with like the Netflix Marvel TV shows. And that is, well, it's never great when there is a cultural monolith, but it is always nice to see interesting character writing or alternate storytelling that you're not going to necessarily get from stuff like mainline movies. I was kind of neutral on Daredevil. Daredevil was okay, but the most interesting thing I think about Daredevil is that his main persona, Matt Murdock, is a lawyer, and superhero lawyering is really interesting. There's a comic run now, I think maybe about 7 or so years ago now, of She-Hulk, where it is specifically about her doing legal cases, and it's really good. It's super engaging. So I was kind of disappointed that the Netflix Daredevil was mostly about him engaging poorly with his toxic masculinity and punching a lot of things. Yeah, for sure, I really enjoy finding about characters I have no idea about as a non-comic reader. For sure.
I'll do whatever I can. You better lay low indoors.
I mean, I guess part of the end goal of that is to make really engaging TV shows so you are interested in finding out about them in the comic run, which is, you know, that makes sense. Smart move. I'm sure there'll be a lot more people interested in Moon Knight's comic run now that it's concluded its run. A shop. Is there anything that we can actually sell in our inventory? We have an overexposed picture of the Thunderfish. We'll sell that. That hasn't really developed yet, so we'll wait until that is fully developed before we do anything with it. But we will see what we can buy. A light sword. Yes. A dark garb, for sure. Always a good idea to go and buy the cards that have multiple numbers on them. This is a weapon none of us can equip yet, but there is a character who we are about to get, looks like very soon, who will be able to equip this item. Curious about the photo mechanic in the game having only just dropped in. Yes, so in this game, you can store the essence of items into cards. So we are summoning swords from cards to attack people and things like that, summoning armor to block attacks. The only thing is that weapons, because they are so common, do not sell for very much. You can easily record the essence of a single weapon multiple times. However, photographs are different. Although those print onto cards, the process of taking photographs is quite rare, and taking photographs of monsters is very rare and quite dangerous. So photographs of monsters sell for actually a large amount of money, whereas selling regular weapons doesn't sell for very much at all. So your biggest income in the game is taking photos of monsters and then selling them back to stores after they've developed in real time, by the way. You have to wait for them to develop properly. They can be blurry or overexposed or underexposed, depending on where you take the photo, or if you've used lots of light or dark spells to affect the light in the space. It's quite fiddly. And there are also lots of different types of cameras you can obtain. We have the level 1 kind of shitty camera, and then as we progress in the game, we'll be getting better cameras that will be able to take better pictures that sell for more. Also, because bosses do not respawn and the photos you take count as cards in your like card library, you can permanently miss cards from your card library by not taking photographs of bosses, which terrifies me. I hate that. As a young program, when I was playing through this game, I got through all of disc 1 because this is actually a 2-disc GameCube game. It's that large. Remembering to take a photograph of every single boss, and then on the first boss on disc 2, killed a boss without taking its photograph, then saved, then realized what I had done, and then just put the game down and never went back. So part of me playing this is a part of a nostalgia kind of thing. Part like, oh, this game is genuinely really good, and I think people who are interested in modern like digital card games and JRPGs really should check this game out, even if it is a little on the long side. And part of it is to see if I can make it to disc 2 and not fuck it up. Although, as far as I understand, there are other missable cards, because this is that kind of JRPG. If you don't know that you can miss a card, you can just never get that card anymore. So I'm sure there will be cards that I will miss just by dint of not knowing that I'm supposed to get them and not having like a walkthrough open as I play. I had considered kind of playing this with a walkthrough in tow because of the fact that there's so many hidden things and side quests you can do and things like that, and I was like, that would make this game take even longer, and this game is already quite long. So I might just kind of leave it be. But yes, it is that kind of JRPG where you go into. Oh, I love the fact that most of the world map is kind of you know, entirely pre-rendered, sometimes CG, sometimes painterly backgrounds. It's actually quite pretty. We are going to specifically upgrade Gibari's deck first. Because this is quite underpowered. Oh, no. We are going to sort by attack, please. And sort by attack highest, please. There we go. All of these are dual numbered, so we will take them all. We will take the 4s and the 6. Oh, these hit more than these. Wow. Interesting. These don't hit for very much at all. They're just not very good. I see. Okay. We can use these in combat to sometimes paralyze targets. Interesting. I'm gonna go by defense highest. You are gonna go take that. You roll pretty mid in your numbers, so we're not gonna take that for you. We are... Bother. Just remember to gotta move the car. No problem, no problem. See you when I see you. Is there for healing? Type doesn't really seem to sort sensibly. Ah, here we go, just healing items. You can have 3. Oh! Let's just switch that out, that's fine. Let's get rid of all the cards that are in your deck right now. Sort by highest attack. All your combo pieces. We are running in the 4 to 6 kind of range. Yeah, sure. I love that the young bamboo actually hits for more than a lot of these basic swords. That's quite embarrassing. The bananas deal more damage than this longsword. Silly. And then we're gonna go and get healing items for you. Okay. Oh, then you need a camera. Yeah. Okay, Shulla. Removing all of your cards as well. I think we're going to get some improved bits and pieces. All your combo pieces. Do we have any dual numbered spells? No. Okay. We've been fighting a lot of... The Imperial soldiers are all fire element. Fire and darkness, so having lots of light and water cards I think is going to be our way forward. We don't have any way of really dealing Chronos damage yet, so we'll be taking a lot of those. This is also in the kind of like 6 to 8 range. Okay. Healing. Sure. Defensive options. Just all ones that are the number 6. Absolutely. Because then they will always work with each other. Take the escape, take the camera. Okay. We might want to give somebody one of the bottles of milk. You have 4 healing items. You have 4 healing items. You have 3 healing items. That's fine. And you have 1, 2, 3 healing items. That should be fine. Okay. Characters rebuilt. Deck restructured. The mayor. I understand that, but the Empire has taken control of the entire city. There's nothing we can do at present. We should wait for instructions from King Lyude. How's the town holding up? Fortunately, no one has been hurt by the Imperial soldiers, yet. At the very least, it seems the Empire doesn't intend to conquer Diadem immediately. Yet what they are doing is totally barbaric. What reason could they have to send troops to Diadem? They claim we were planning a surprise attack on the Empire. A surprise attack on the Empire? Nonsense. I never heard of such a silly idea. Our king would never do something like that without telling his people. Anyway, what we can do now is to trust King Lyude and his knights and to wait patiently. Right, with Sheliak under Imperial control, we may be used as hostages against our knights in the castle. Anything could happen. We should be prepared for the worst. Things are looking dire. A red and blue pencil. Okay. Is that one that we can equip? It is! Can use by attacking, but nothing happens. Red and blue. The red end is a little blue tip. Clever little invention. I wonder what that could be used for. No need to worry. King Ladakon leading us, we will prevail and survive. Is there a back room here? Oh, yes. Yes. Hold on. Yeah. What's back here? Items are back here. Ooh, and another lightsaber. Kalas. It does so much damage. And it's 2 numbers. Remove these moldy bananas and switch them out with a lightsaber, yes. Wind helmet is probably better. Well, it's better than the flower bud. Okay. It pays to jump into people's houses. Are you gonna start shit? No. Alright. There is a... Yes, there is a level up point here. Let's visit the church. The church is where we go to both level up and class up, as well as turn over one of the items we can find in the world for a game-long side quest of finding constellations and things. And then class up. So you can now play 4 cards in a row and your hand size is larger. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Meaning we can already go fill it with new cards. Oh, that's by lowest defense, I see. There we go. I was like, wait, hold on. For the dealing heat, additional healing item. And I still don't know what this does, so I will take one. Okay. Then we can run over to this priest over here and turn over constellation pieces that we have found in the world. Cygnus. Cygnus Wing, the boss from Mega Man Star Force 1. Now then. Constellation restored. And for every constellation you give, you get an item in return. I gain a healing item. That's not that great, but okay. I think every 10? Every 10 or maybe every 15 that you find, you also get a bonus item. So it's in your best interest to go find them where they can. Where you can, rather. I'm going to go and save since we've leveled up. Excellent. Alright, we will continue to explore the town. I mean, mostly just checking their drawers for items. Hey, another voice taunt. And it is dual numbered, which is already so much better. But yeah, these rich people locked up in their homes. Just look at this mess. Okay. Alright, houses explored. Let's see where the plot be at. Let's see if we can find Lyude more than anything else. Ah, yes, there. The castle is very much on fire.
Do you two have any idea of what you're up against? Well, you can count me out. All I care about is avenging Gramps and Fee. I don't have time to play around with the Empire.
Are you just going to leave the people of Diadem in the Empire's clutches? How could you live with yourself?
Very easily.
Castles may fall, nations may perish. It's none of my business.
He's such a dick. I
I'm
mean,
out of here. Maybe we'll cross paths again someday, or maybe
he's definitely somebody who's specifically trying to resist the call and
There's
just gets
too many
picked
of
up by
Michelle and
Gabari.
me to handle alone. We need you, kid. Both you and your guardian spirit.
Just physically hoisted into the air.
Fine. I'll help you. Just get your hands off me. Phew. You could have squeezed the life out of me.
We're all set then. Let's get this party started.
Yes, let's hurry.
Can't we at least wait until nightfall? We can't exactly sneak in during broad daylight.
They're just standing there. These soldiers are standing there watching us argue and yell at each other.
Shell is right. We gotta get moving.
All right. I see what's going on here now. You two are nuts. If you get me killed in there, I swear I'll come back as a ghost and haunt you forever. You've been warned.
Ooh.
That's fine with me. I've always wanted a guardian spirit of my own.
Sheesh. Hey, why don't you hop into Shella's being for a change? Teach her a thing or two.
Let's get down to business.
To
Here's the
defeat
plan.
the
Since castle is
fascists.
How about borrowing a small boat from the harbor and flying directly down into the castle from above?
Sounds like a good idea.
What do you think?
Why not fight our way in? Because that is a lot of enemies for the Suns.
Great. Let's head for the harbor then.
We can't let the Empire reach King Latakan.
No Empire
Alright.
can tread on this nation if I can help it.
The dungeon of this episode is storming Latakan's castle and removing all of the Imperial insurgents, I guess.
Look, over there.
A teeny tiny
Imperial
boat.
That'll do the trick. Let's take her for a little ride, shall we?
Gonna take her for a ride. Dun.
Let's wait for an opening and run for it. Once we're in the boat, we're home free.
Easier said than done.
Waiting for these various soldiers. Waiting for this soldier to turn around. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bye.
Hey, you there! Get back here!
Nope. He don't seem very panicked.
We'll just take her for a little whirl.
Low stress. Oh, ascension.
First and foremost, let's find King Latakan.
Yeah. Imperial soldiers may have already infiltrated the castle, though, so be careful.
It's always interesting in high fantasy things like this, where the Empire, the Imperials, are like big sci-fi gun-toting heroes, while everybody else is just dressed like a medieval peasant. It's very funny to me. Alright, let's go save King Latakan. But first, treasure chest. An armor piece that blocks wind damage. It is only one. Only blocks one damage. Sorry, it's only one in the chain. It does actually block a reasonable amount of damage though. What would I even replace? I guess that'll do. 15 versus 23. Yeah. Please help my comrades. Do any of you have items to give me is the important thing. Alright. Oh, I hear combat. A dark sword. What do you want to do, Costa? Yeah, tell me. Okay. If you go any further, you'll run into battles between the knights and the Imperial soldiers. If you take these knights with you, you'll be able to dispatch them to those battles. If the combined strength of the knights already fighting and the knights you dispatch surpasses the strength of the Imperial soldiers, the knights will win. However, if the knights' combined strength is below that of the Imperial soldiers, the knights will be defeated, and the Imperial soldiers will then be able to attack you. Your mission is to avoid that situation and lead all the knights to victory. Sure. If you get low on recruits, you can use the Diadem Royal Crest to obtain additional forces. If you see knights who have lost the will to fight, use the crest to motivate them. Even though they seem to have lost the will to fight, it is only temporary. They're still the King's Knights of Diadem, and they will take heart and follow you. That's all the advice I have. No, I understand. So we need to have, in all instances, more knights than soldiers. I have 4 knights at my command. Royal Crest and the Blank Magnus. Okay. We have 1 Royal Crest for free and 4 soldiers at our disposal. So we can... Hold on. Oh, he's dead, I see. Never mind. We gotta do something. Oh, I see. Type of knight, so they're in different levels of strength. I'm gonna add more knight units, we're also gonna add a squire. Yeah, easy. Easy money. Ooh, that's a new weapon. The butterfly. Oh, they are removed from my team if I use them. I understand. Oh. Okay, flames are blocking the way. Is there any water I can absorb? Oh, there's a whole bunch of people in here. Let's dispatch some knights. We're gonna give them a senior knight. And hopefully that's enough. Hey, okay. Kronos Aura 1. Okay, so we're getting interesting new cards every time we clear one of these. A magical anklet, which is armor for Shella. $18.21 versus 518 and 3 HP. Yeah, this is de facto better. Okay. I didn't realize we lose a knight unit every time we use one. I wouldn't have dispatched 2. Now that first fight, gosh.
This should be fun.
Ooh, a black soldier. Dark luster soldier. Let's see here. We're gonna go for 8 into. Okay, sure. The numbers outweigh the damage on that and deals bonus 140. Cool, cool, cool. And then it attacks because Gibari is slow as fuck. Oh, no. That attack actually came up pretty slow, so I had time to respond. Let's see. We're gonna go for 2. Alright, fine. Ah, I was too slow, but that's fine. He's on his last legs. Let's heal Callus.
Use this. Hope this helps.
Not getting the camera in this turn, but that's okay. Soldier defeated. Ooh, Dark Flare level 2. Alright. I'm alive? Twice as strong as the ones in red armor. I see. Can I... Can't use the Royal Crest, that's fine. They are evenly matched, so if I add an... Oh no, we just fight.
Don't be thinking you can beat me.
No problem. You're probably done. 2 into 3, not a 4. Fine. There's so many Aqua Bursts. They're specifically weak to light attacks. Okay. 8.
Say cheeseburger.
I won't finish that on the Dark Finisher because it would remove the damage that I did in Light. Goodbye.
Is that all you got?
Ah. It's not in order, but it's fine. We blocked some attacks. 4 into 4 into 4. And I don't think we need the 4th attack. Oh, with the paralysis hit. Nice. Okay. Oh, let's do the 3rd finisher. We've not seen this yet. I love that she just throws her tiny little pet around to deal magic damage to enemies. It's great. A unicorn horn. To awake enemy, to wake from sleep. Oh, to put things to sleep. I see, I see. I'm gonna take the photo though. What? No! I want... Rough texture is very distinctive. Torch of the Gods. Child of Heaven. Yeah. We'll dispatch some knights, but I only have like 1 knight left. Ah, they're tied. I see. Oh, this one actually had an item inside. I am out of knights. Whoops. You would figure with the ones that you use to defeat enemies would like, specifically give you stuff, right? But, alright, no, specifically kind of be like, oh, okay, we're gonna keep fighting. But, nope. 1, 2, 3. What should be solid damage? They're already weakened. 214. Nice. We're gonna start with the photo, and it segues into nothing. Okay, that's fine. He probably should be yelling harder every time he blocks an attack, but, you know, he could do him. Let's go hit you. 8. 8. Into 1, into 1.
Fighting lessons. I'm so hungry I could eat a pal.
Chaining taunts. I could probably just use that to finish the target off, but that's okay. Didn't kill him. Because he blocked. Boo. Yeah. Just gonna miss this turn. 5, 6, 7. Although those are my attacking weapons, which was a bit of a pain. Ooh. Oh. But we did not fall asleep. We did take 84 damage though. Another sleep shot. Still not napping. Alright, you go away. Okay, excellent. Ah, oh, terrible hand. Alright, we're gonna hope this combos into something good. It doesn't. Seven, 6. We're just gonna. And I'm asleep. Okay, fine. Just gonna shoot him for free. Ow. Ow. Kibari's still fine. Ooh, frozen. Nice. Dead. Excellent. Just one more left. Five into 5 into 5. There we go. That should probably be enough to do you in. Energy wave. Excellent. Get out of here. Need to remember to heal Gibari on the next fight. They will take the kebab. Okay, what can I do under current circumstances? Can I wiggle around here? I do not have enough soldiers. I would need to specifically find a way to obtain more soldiers, which I don't know how to do yet. They've not given me any option of really being able to instill new ones yet. Flash armor. Hmm. Light armor would be pretty good for current circumstances. Mans is dead. Okay. Is there seriously no way that we can go and retrieve? This feels strange. They gave me the mechanics in order to do that, and then didn't actually let me do it. Hold on. They have 2 instances of the Royal Crest now. I have no idea if I can actually use it on anything. This bit is maybe ill-explained. Or maybe did I miss something? Cannot. Will not let me use the crest to motivate them. This is not a door. Mm-hmm. Fine. Fine. They die. Yeah. And then I fight these guys, but that's fine. It means I can get through the door. Alright. 6. Yes. I'm gonna take that photo. Mm-hmm. Solid damage. Oh, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let's see. 7, 6. I don't really have a... I'll chain that into a 5, but that's okay. I mean, they chain blocked it. Must be some bonuses. Sure. Kibari is about to die. Kibari should drink his milk.
Here.
Okay. Couple of extra attacks. Mm-hmm. Alright, Kalas, your turn. Let's see what we pull. Okay. We'll just use 2 useless attacks and go directly into a finisher. It resists, but it's better than doing nothing on our turn. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, you have another attack? Okay, let's see here. We can go 7. Oh, well. I waited too long. That's the name of the game, unfortunately. If you wait too long, you're not going to be able to do anything useful. Alright, 5 into 5 into 5. Taken down.
Okay.
I don't think I've taken one of these yet, so we will take that. We can go in here. Oh, it's not even anything. It's not even anything. It's just there. I have any knights to dispatch. I'll just have to cheer them on. And then dude dies horribly, and then we gotta fight him instead. So I guess how this is supposed to go is that you kind of leave the earlier fights to kind of do their best. 6 into 6 into 5. Whatever. Damage is damage is damage. Not enough to kill, but he's weak. Oh my gosh, how many attacks? Finishing you off is important. Five, 2, 2, 80. Okay. Yeah, 777, baby. Ooh, with the freeze. Nice. In that case, we'll focus our efforts on this lad here. 3, 4, 2. Doesn't kill, but that's a solid amount of damage. 200 damage. Is he weak? Not yet. Will this kill him? Yeah, perfect. And then you miss a turn because you're frozen. Go for the 4, into the 4, into the 4. There we go. Excellent work.
Let's keep going.
We get some uncooked rice. Yeah. There was a thing previously about being able to cook rice to do something special, and you need to kind of do it in combat. Line of waterfalls, distinctive texture. Is there anything in these paintings that I can take? Apparently not. Alright. Found 8 and 7. Pretty solid. That feels like a direct upgrade to that, to be honest. A dark yell. Time-based block needs to be time for that to work. That's going to be too risky for us to do. Butterfly is, I think, de facto better than this. Anything specifically that Palace can use? Alright. We might use some small shish kebabs to go heal some people because they were getting a little beat up out there. There we go. Okay. Let's do it to him. Or is it this? Is this something I have to interact with? No pushing. Okay. Alright, I guess we go up the stairs on the other side and go fight those guards. Because we now have no more soldiers. I have no idea how the crest thing works. I really should look it up. I have 2 crests. We're gonna dispatch a knight, but we can't. And then we cheer them on and then they die. After this stream, I'm gonna look up to see what I'm supposed to have been doing here with crests, because it seems very awkward. Oh, these actually aren't particularly difficult enemies either. Okay. 1. Alright. Soul Flash! Yay! 1-hit kill. Excellent. Just 2 attacks. Maximize the damage that they did out. Oh! Love to have an attack that takes some time to actually cast. Alright, Gibari. I guess we're doing 4 into 4 into 4. And we will save. Shala. Be healthy.
Here.
Milk, honey, and bananas. Delicious. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Here.
You mash the X button, you might accidentally include a cast you don't mean. Yeah, I'm nothing. Okay.
Here.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got?
Good thing I had all of these shields on lock. Blocked almost all of that attack. Yes. You can just have a standard attack chain and just clean up. Yeah, that'll kill him. Excellent work. Alright, Shala. Let's see. 7, 6, 6. Another 7? No. Alright. Hella aqua bursts. We are going to use that on Gibari instead, my friend.
Here.
2, 2, 2.
Is that all you got?
It's just you and me, baby. Although,
Use this.
oh, it's an attack increase. Ah. Alright, that should finish them off.
Chronos, go! On guard! Magic! Dance of light!
Oh, no, didn't kill. It's fine. We have light swords on our side. There we go. Excellent. We gain a small knife as a reward. Thanks, I hate it. Okay, light yell. And there's a nice one back here as well, maybe. Oh, it's just more fighting. Let's back out first and see if we can actually gain any new Imperial soldiers at all. Magna Essence of the Pebble, sure. Well, we can get rid of one of these useless goddamn crests. Gimme Pebble. Who knows what that does? Trying to spurt that, should we dispatch a knight and we can't, and we cheer them on, and then they just die, and we go do the fight instead.
We can do this if we work together.
We'll start low. 2 to 3. Do we get a 4? We don't. That's fine. Hey bees, good evening, good evening. We're enjoying some more Baten Kaitos. This entire area is under siege, so we are doing our best to make sure that they don't get overrun by Imperial soldiers. We're totally not fascists, it's fine. Oh my gosh, so many attacks. Didn't fall asleep, that's lucky. How much damage are we taking? Gibari's kind of feeling it though. We are going to make sure Gibari doesn't die.
Here. Here.
Okay. Nothing useful. Fine. Is that enough to kill?
Use this.
Good. Throw some mineral water at them and they immediately keel over. 6. 4. I don't have anything.
Is that all? Is that all?
Okay. Or...
I'm so hungry I could eat a cow.
Okay. Combo finisher at least.
Nighty night. Destructive power and crystal shock.
Slap. One. 8. 8. Another one would be great. You'd give it me. No, okay, alright. Oop. He's looking tired, but he ain't dead yet.
Is that all? Is that all?
Okay. Dig through my deck to try and find Edith. I didn't mean to do that! Did not mean to use that card. No rushing. Rushing is what means that what makes you lose. 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. Big combo. Not that it's necessary, he's on his last legs, but confirming the kill is probably for the best. Goodbye. Gibari.
Use this.
Just removing all these cards that I don't need from my deck.
Take this. Say cheese.
Can't do shit, Captain. Oh. Wasting his turn shuffling the deck. Perfect. 4. 4? Ooh, 4. Yes. String of 4s. Doesn't kill him, though. Seven, no 6. That's fine. Hopefully this will be enough to go and take them out. Just throw my tiny little creature in the air. Okay, handled.
Let's keep going.
I'll take the photo of Gibari. We climb up from here, we can make it to the window on the floor above us. No need to. Let's explore this room first. Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Let's go up. And go fight whatever boss is lurking up there. Look at all these soldiers taking naps. Ah, this one had an item. A revive spell. Ah, on the other side of the rubble, I see.
Look at that. Looks like the king is still okay.
Lyude is doing his best.
Hey, isn't that Lyude down there? What is he thinking? Just standing there isn't going to stop the army.
Listen up, Vatican. Surrender peacefully, and the lives of your men and people will be spared.
Ah, this is Vatican, huh? I do not remember this character at all. How fabulous they look.
My lord, their words are not to be trusted. I smell treachery.
I await your answer. Surrender now, lest you doom your kingdom and people. The Emperor declares war on Diadem. We will not allow you to take us by surprise.
Well, these are people we're going to have to summarily handle, I'm sure.
Unbelievable.
I must face them.
My lord, please reconsider.
Don't worry, I have no desire for martyrdom. They won't harm me. Even the Empire follows a code of ethics.
They are not to be trusted.
I will discuss the matter directly with Emperor Gelderblame. This stalemate must come to an end.
My lord!
My lord!
Protect the castle while I'm away.
Whatever the cost, my lord.
Good luck to you.
It is I, King Ladicon. I'm coming out. Hold your fire.
They sound like rapidly more tinny if they yell.
Don't go!
Like, wow.
He's coming out. You know what to do.
Yes, thanks for allowing me the pleasure.
You seem evil.
Here I am. Order your men to pull back and take me to your emperor.
Hey, she's the one that... No!
Wow.
My lord!
Hold it right there, boys. Move a muscle and I'll blow a new hole in your precious king's head.
You! The king came out alone as promised. Why did you shoot?
Silence. The king must be disposed of. Emperor's orders.
Oh.
What?
Political intrigue.
Damn you. Is this the way of the Empire? The way of your Emperor Gelderblame?
Shoot him. Put him out of his misery.
You got it.
No!
Do something, Lyude. Don't just stand there and watch the man get shot. You're right there. Punch her.
You're missing his vitals on purpose, aren't you?
The man is spewing out his last words. Might as well grant him a little glory. So, where does his lordship want to be shot next?
You?
Tell me, where?
Ah, cool. We just jump in directly. It's you!
Thought you could use some company.
We don't have Sheller, but we do get our best boy Lyude.
You! I know you! That crazy old man's... This is getting interesting. Must be my lucky day. It's getting more fun by the minute. You won't be getting away this time.
Although, one of my characters, Sheller, has my second camera, so it is less likely we will pull the card required to take their photo.
Dare to defy the Emperor? To threaten your own people? To think that you'd stoop so low? You're finished, traitor!
Call me what you will, but I stand only for justice.
Godforsaken fool! You seem to fit in quite well with the scum of this nation. We'll be more than happy to take you out with the rest of the garbage. Proceed.
As you wish.
Jet boots. Oh, no, we get a tank instead.
Ready to die? Hope you enjoy your trip to hell!
We fight Beetle Tank 2. Second title. Oh, we get a photo straight away. Sick. 8 into 8
Say cheeseburger.
into 7.
Whoa!
Ah.
Whoa! Destructive impact. Release. Sword style. Wave.
Let's see if it's weak to any of that. It's weak to both water and light attacks. This is good to know. And because we took its picture, we don't have to worry about that again now. Ow. Let's see here. 8 into 7 into 8. I like that he has a musical instrument gun. This is very fun to me. Oh, my grapes have gone moldy. That's not useful. 3, 5, 3.
Get ready for the fireworks. Storm style. Blue storm.
Kaitos is clearly going to be the damage dealer in this exchange. Down for 4. Plasma cannon! Ow! Okay. Light into light into light.
Repent of your crimes. Extreme attack from Jericho.
Oh! Heck yeah. Cool. He is dope attacks. I love this character. 4 into 5 into... Well, we're just gonna... Not gonna be a chain, but that's fine. Just deal that damage.
Destructive dragon uppercut.
Hey Lyude, don't die.
Here. This'll help. Take this.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, buffing himself. Healing. Annoying. Oh, that's a lot. Excuse me.
Are you guys for real?
No attacks. We need to play male. Waste a turn. Oh my god, how many? I don't have a 4! Shit! Alright. Ow! But we reduced the damage of that by quite a bit, so...
You must be in a mad panic. Ready for the other side? Extreme attack! Full return!
Ugh, all defensive. Alright. We're gonna go into the sword. And that's just the end of our turn. Okay. 5. 5. 4. Oh, sick. I'm not gonna take another attack though. We're gonna use that. Yeah, we blocked a lot of that. Nice. Okay. 6 into 6 into 5. Nothing.
Give me your best smile.
We're doing pretty good for health. So. Oh, I could have done a finisher. Boo. Attack Kaitos, you jerk. No 8. So many long chains from this guy. Solid damage, but we still survive that. No problem, no problem. Let's see here. We want to go for 6 into 7 into 8. And then we are out of cards. Just rely on healing Lyude. Nothing. 8, 7. You know, we can't do both of these 5s, so we're just gonna go with that one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey! Welcome back, Crow Encrypted. We are defeating Teetle number 2. Oh, we blocked most of that. Nice. Oh yeah, it got real big real fast. 3, 4. 4. There we go. Yeah, it's a pretty resilient tank, but it's got pretty obvious elemental weaknesses, which we've been taking use of. And I am out of cards. Boo. Of course. Of course you attack me while I have nothing left to block with. Ow. Ow. Okay, okay. 8. 8. 8. Okay, 4 8s. Excellent. Uh, 3? Just keep mounting on the water damage. We'll get through. Shuffling the deck, and then it's its turn. 5, 4, 4, 5, 4. I'm gonna yell at you. Okay. Okay. We can still go into a finisher.
Ready for the other side. Extreme attack. Overture.
Nice. His special attacks are really cool. I love his gun, trumpet, laser cannon. Oh yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Going to 3 and then 2 special. Die? Die? No. Solid attack, but no death yet. Ah, but it's giving up its turn. Okay, this is maybe our chance. 1, nothing. I'm just gonna taunt.
What's wrong? Feeling a bit sluggish, are we?
8, 7, 6, 5. Okay. Ooh! Into the finisher. Nice. Very good, very good. That was a lot of water damage. Excellent. Oh, that was the fight. Okay. Taken down. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here. I love her little high-heeled jet boots. Very funky. Thigh highs as well. Queen's got style. And then we took a bunch of pictures of Iron Beetle. What did we get? We got a crescent buckle for Callus and another gun. Nice work.
Retreat! Retreat! Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Let him go, kid. Follow me.
All right, let's go.
Lyude, where are you?
I'm here, sire.
Your
My
homeland.
most trusted ally. You did nothing while they shot me.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck you.
No, sire. It was by my own will.
Also, what an unusual throne room.
It is I who must ask forgiveness for what my people have done. I can't believe the horror, the recklessness.
You need not feel responsible for what the Empire has done. It's something beyond your control. Hello, Kibari. It's certainly been a while.
This king knows everybody.
Just in time. Are these your friends? You saved us from disaster. I'm truly thankful.
Okay.
We are honored, my lord. If only we could have come earlier.
King Lyude, there is something I must ask you. It's very important.
Please do. I'll answer to the best of my ability.
This man is lying here bleeding, Shella, but ask your question.
Does the royal family have any legends, tales of forbidden places, or old warnings passed down from your forefathers? Maybe something mentioning the gods of old?
Why do you ask?
There's little time for details now, but I believe that is the key to finding out what the Empire is after.
What? Are you sure of this? Deep in the mountains, behind the castle. It lies dormant within the Shrine of the Winds.
An additional dungeon?
Lay hands on it, lest they be awakened. Woe to those who awakened the malevolent gods of old, banished and sealed away eons ago. These verses were passed down from generation to generation within the royal line. It is a lord's duty to protect the shrine, and then to pass that duty on to his successor. Yet this obligation came to be regarded as mere folklore from some time ago, mere legends. But you believe them to be true?
Yes, I am sure of it. Ancient ruins exist in Sadal Sud as well. The Shining Magnus that was sealed there has already fallen into Geldablame's hands.
There will be more.
An ancient Magnus sealed away. Now
We must go to these shrines and collect these Dragon Balls. Although it's also very reminds me a lot of like the pilgrimage of the faith in Final Fantasy X.
I need all my knights to defend this
Traveling
castle.
to all these places, getting summons, finding all the MacGuffins, and the villains want the MacGuffins too. Classic JRPG shit. Love that.
Thank you, Kibari. Whatever it is that lies in the shrine, we can't allow it to fall into the Empire's clutches.
As you wish, my lord.
I'm going with you.
Thanks, Shella.
You gonna go with us?
All right, all right. I'll come with you. Quit giving me the look already. You coming?
Hey, I gotta.
Thank you. We need your help.
If at all possible, I'd like to accompany you. I can't bear standing here doing nothing.
Yes, we get the best boy.
We'll need all the help we can get. There's no telling.
Hell yeah.
There's a hidden passageway behind the right column there. It leads to an exit behind the castle.
Thank you, my lord. I'll secure the shrine. It shouldn't take long.
But
Counting
first,
on you all to defend
EXP.
the castle. Protect our king at all costs.
We'll keep things safe here, Kibari. You and your friends take care.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get moving.
Oh, King's just gone. Alley-ooped out of there. And go visit the church. Go get that sweet, sweet EXP. Ooh, 2 levels up. 2 level ups, thank you. Yeah. Oh, you only gain 1 level. You're a little behind on the EXP curve. It'll level out. It'll level out, you're right. Shella also is slightly behind on the XP. Alright. We're stopping a little earlier than what we normally would do, but I think this is going to be it for me today. I'm a little more sleepy than normal, so we're just going to make sure that we remain well rested. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Cool. Okay. No, good times. Doing kind of like a dungeon and a bit per stream, I think is working out quite well. Yeah. Oh, I should probably go over what's going to be happening the rest of this week. As usual, on Thursday we'll be playing more Pokemon Black and White, Soul, Link, Nuzlocke with Rafi the Owl. So if you tuned in last week, we made a very impromptu fun interaction between us, going to the website rave.dj and mashing up 2 songs, and then like listening to them at the end of the stream. And I offered something of a prize at the time just to help steer the draw stream that I'll be doing on Saturday. But everybody enjoyed themselves so much, and asking Twitter about it. It was like, hey, would you be into doing more of these, even if we don't necessarily have like a prize? This is just to go and listen to the mashups that everybody makes if we go to a theme, and everybody's like, yeah, we'd still do that. So yeah, we're going to be doing that again on Thursday. What the theme is... do I set the theme now? Do I set the theme now so y'all have a head start? No, I should talk to Rafi about it. So probably at some point this evening, if you go down there to Phantom Arts Ent, at Phantom Arts ENT on Twitter, you'll see a post imminently talking about what the theme will be for Thursday. So if you would like to take part and get ahead of the pack, give yourself some time to decide on your remix, go to the Twitter and go look at that. What other stuff do I want to go talk about before we vanish for today? Oh yes, there is a tabletop RPG Kickstarter that I am a part of. It is called Misspent Youth, Fall in Love, Not in Line. It is about punk teenage rebels in the TTRPG system, where instead of health, it is your own values that you slowly sell out to achieve your own goals. The mechanics are fucking sick, and I will be writing a scenario for it. So, if you would like to go and back this Kickstarter, it only has about a week left on it, so you don't have that much time to back. I strongly recommend you go check it out. I might give you some, I might give some hints later down the line. I can give you a bit of a hint now. So in the scenario that I'll be writing, you can use a gigantic hologram fist to punch a tech bro. If that sounds like something you would be interested in, please go check out that Kickstarter link I just posted and go back it. It's not too much to go back. Any amount will be useful. This is very, very indie publishing. We aren't talking about Avatar, the tabletop RPG, where they can rake in millions here. We're kind of going small scale. So anything that you could offer towards is greatly appreciated. You'll be supporting not just me, but a bunch of other independent tabletop RPG designers who like writing scenarios about pushing back against oppressors, which I think, if you like this channel, you probably enjoy. Right. I think that's going to be all from me. I have been your androgynous AI game show host from the Future Caster. this has been the Neon Costa Twitch channel. And we'll see you all on Thursday. Goodbye.